So last Wednesday, if you were in class, the internet just dropped halfway into class, literally like I think 30 minutes into class. So I'm going to do a little bit of a repeat what we did last week on Wednesday. I'm sure it won't look exactly the same because I can't remember what I did, but it's a splits practice, Hanumanasana. And with that said, if you have blocks, grab them. You don't ever have to do a full split. You know that, right? I think you know that about my class by now, but just in case you don't, now you do. If you're watching this back, I'm Maeve McCaffrey. I'm glad you're here. Lie on your backs. Lie down. Knees can be bent, legs can be straight. You can find any position that feels great to you. How's that? Any position that feels great to you. And then begin the process of turning your attention to your breathing, to turning your attention to being here in your body, sensation. And to committing to being here, to really being here. And I'll just keep reminding you of that throughout the practice, staying connected to the breath, staying connected to what it is you're doing. Next inhale, draw your right knee into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Extend the left leg a little longer. Push through the heel. Take the knee a little wide off to the side. Come into half happy baby if it feels good. If you need to bend your left knee and put your left foot flat on the ground, do that. And if it feels good, you can start to straighten that right leg out any amount. If you took the leg straight, rebend it, draw back in. And then we'll switch. Left knee comes in, right leg all the way out on the ground. And then stretch out through that right heel, hug the knee in. Push the knee away simultaneously. Start to take the knee out wider. And then reach down, take the inner heel, and come into half happy baby. You do not have to straighten the leg all the way, ever. But maybe you start to push the heel out, push the foot into the hand, and start to take the leg out in some degree of extension. Rebend the knee, come back in through center, both knees in, rock up into Navasana. Oh, this guy is so silly. You are so silly, mister. Soles of the feet together, and Baddha Konasana. Come forward any amount. Really nice. Good. Bring your chest up, right? And then kind of just what you did similar down on the ground. You're going to take half happy baby, but you're upright. You can hold on to the opposite foot. I'm not giving you right or left, just pick one. And give pressure into the hand with the foot to lift the heart up, to lift the spine up, and then maybe you start to take that leg out to straight. So it's exactly what we did on the floor, except that this leg is not extended out straight, it's drawn in. 2 more breaths. And then switch it. Foot comes in. If you want, you can hold your foot and then extend your leg out. Or not. You don't have to straighten it. And then bring that leg back in. And then downward facing dog, step back. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog. And if you want to move around a little bit, go for it. You can pedal out the ankles, bending one knee, straightening the other leg. You can let your kind of hips move around a bit. Shift your weight around. And then come through center. Check back in with your breath. Cultivate ujjayi if it's there for you. It's this breath, but with your mouth closed. Right leg back, inhale. Bend the right knee, pull your heel toward your sitting bone, and then move your knee up higher and back to the left more. Start to get a big stretch across the front of the right thigh, across the front of the right hip. And then right knee to your right tricep. Good. Place your right foot forward. Put your left knee down, optional. Right hand onto your right thigh or knee. And start to turn the body to the right. Option to bend the back leg to find the foot and to gently kick the foot into your hand. Engage the left glute. Take a breath in. If it feels okay, which it may not, if it feels okay, draw the foot in toward you. Good. Beautiful. Keep engaging the left hip. Take another breath in. And then release your hand. Good. Slide your right foot back a little bit. Turn all of your toes to the right. And then just turn open here. So just a modified Vashisthasana. Press into this right foot. Press into the left foot. Take more length in the spine. Beautiful. Bring your right hand back down. Come back down onto the left knee. And then you're going to shift back so that your sitting bone on the left hip comes toward your left heel. Right leg still a little bit out on an angle to the right. So rather than being straight ahead, if it feels okay, take it out a little bit on an angle. Both hands come to the inside of that right leg. Good. Pull the chest forward. Deepen the crease of the hips. Really kind of dig that heel down. And with the heel rooted in place, energetically draw the hip back. Draw the leg longer. Find some space here, whatever that is on your body. One more inhale. And then exhale, bend the front leg, step back, downward facing dog. Without your breath, come back to sensation, come back to being on your mat, getting your mind and your body in the same place. Left leg back, inhale. Open up the hip if it feels good. Good. Pull the foot in toward the sitting bones or the tailbone, and then lift the knee a little higher and move the knee back to the right. So feeling that opening across the front of the left hip, the front of the left thigh. Last inhale. And then exhale, knee up to that left tricep, shoulder, elbow, whatever you can get. And then place your left foot forward. Good. Right knee comes down gently. You can leave this off. You can just keep the leg straight if it feels better. Good. Left hand to left thigh. Bend the right leg if you want. Reach back, find the foot, and then push the foot into the hand. Squeeze the right glute. Take a breath in, and then if it's okay, exhale, draw the foot in toward you. And when you do that, we're looking for this big opening on the front of the right thigh. Couple more breaths. Yes. Release the foot gently. Slide the left foot back a little bit. Turn the toes, all of them, to the left. Modified Vashisthasana, press down. So why I love this version, one, it gives you more support. You can also do this with your knee down if it feels better, but it's kind of awkward. So this leg is giving you support. And the more you press into this left foot, left leg, you're getting lift on the right side so that it can help you feel stronger here. But we're also getting into that outer left hip. I think you hopefully feel that. Beautiful. Take another breath in. Release your hand down. Put the right knee back down. You're going to straighten the left leg and shift back. So you've got your right sitting bone pretty close to your right heel as long as your knee is okay with this. Hands are to the inside of your left leg. And then kind of dig this left heel into the ground and draw back with the hip to get more length on the leg. Notice sensation. One more inhale. And then come forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Breath in and down dog. Breath out and down dog. Smooth it out. One more inhale. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look at your hands, walk to your hands with your feet. Come halfway with your inhale, and then fold with your exhale. Push down to rise up, inhale, and then bring your hands together at your heart. Fantastic. Pause here, full in, and full out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Stay here, fold back down, exhale. Inhale, rise up. And bring your hands into your heart, exhale. We're going to do the same thing, but we're not going to take our hands to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward, hands at your heart. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then fold back down. Inhale, rising up. And then hands into your heart, exhale. Good. So asking the hamstrings to do some work. Inhale. Exhale, bow. No hands, just bow. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. We're going to continue that as best you can without using the hands. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Come halfway with your inhale. Step your right foot back, crescent pose, inhale. So let's put a bend in this right knee, engage the right hip, that opening on the front of the right hip, the right quadricep, that's what we're looking for. Sink down a little more if it's there for you. Gorgeous. Power up the back leg, send the heart to the sky, and then release your hands to the ground. Plank with your inhale, belly down with your exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg straight back, inhale. Take a couple breaths here. Keep the legs or the hips pretty neutral. You can have a tiny little bit of external rotation, but really not like opening up the leg completely. Get longer, take a breath, place your right foot forward. Bend the left knee to rise up, crescent pose, engage the left hip, lift the heart. Send your fingers to the sky. And without using the ground, as best you can, take a breath in. And then come forward. Step the feet together. Halfway inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Pause on the top. Fold back down, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Left foot steps back. Crescent pose, breath in. Hands to the ground, plank. Breath in plank. Belly down, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg stretches back, same thing as we did on the first side. Just see if you can keep the hips fairly neutral, don't be rigid in it, and just find length in both legs. Press into that right heel, use your hands more. Get super long from your fingers to your left foot. Take one more breath in, and then step your left foot forward. Crescent, inhale, and then hands to heart, step forward. Halfway, inhale, fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale, and bring your hands into your heart, exhale. So good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward, no hands. Halfway, inhale, right foot back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Hands to the ground, straighten the front leg, lift the hips, maybe lift the toes up. Take a few breaths here. One more inhale, and then soften the front knee, step back. Breath in, belly down, exhale. Shalabhasana, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Place your right foot forward, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Hands to the ground, straighten the front leg. If it feels good, lift up the toes, dig the heel in, and draw the hip back. One more inhale, and then step forward. Come forward halfway. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale, little pause on the top, engage the glutes, lift the heart, little back bend, forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale, left foot steps back, crescent, inhale, hands down, exhale. Straighten the front leg, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, plank, inhale, belly, exhale. Inhale, Shalabhasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg straight back, inhale. Exhale, place your foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Hands to the ground, exhale. Straighten the front leg, inhale. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bow forward. Hands can come down this time. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. If you prefer to keep going down to the belly and using Cobra or Shalabhasana, please do so. Take a breath here and release it out. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift the heart, your back bend, and downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. And dog, exhale. Pause and breathe. Inhale, right leg back. Right knee to your chest, exhale. Keep the knee bent. Roll to the left hand, left foot, Vashisthasana or wild thing. You decide what feels better to you. And then right foot to the top. Maybe not quite to the top of the mat, like you get to be shy of the top of the mat. And then half moon. Open up. Classical, fantastic. If you want, bend the left leg, the top leg, find the foot, engage the left hip, and then start to push away. And if you are taking Chapasana, there is that sense of pressing the foot into the hand and the opening. We're looking for the opening of that left front hip, left front thigh. Yes. And then bend your standing leg. Release the foot if you have it. Reach the right hand forward, reverse warrior, take it up and back. One more inhale. Release your hands down. Plank with the inhale, and then you choose how you get to down dog.
I can't understand what I'm doing, don't understand where we're going.
Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest, shift forward. Now keep the left leg bent. Roll onto the right foot, right hand. Vashisthasana or wild thing. Whatever feels better to you. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Stay in your breath. Good. Good. And then left foot's going to come around toward the top of the mat, maybe not all the way up there, and rise into half moon. So in half moon, yes, classical is wonderful. You don't have to change anything. These are beautiful. But if you want, bending this top leg, finding your foot. That wasn't the best transition of me to just kind of pop myself into it. And then finding that opening up the front of the right thigh into the front of the right hip. The more you squeeze or engage the right hip, the glutes, the more you're going to get a stretch there. Really nice, Mary. Start to bend the front knee, reach forward, extend the right leg back, and reverse warrior. Yeah. Beautiful. One more inhale. Release your hands down. Plank your path to down dog. Move with your breath. Keep it smooth and soft and steady. Good. We're going to do that sequence again. Right leg back, inhale. Knee into your chest, shift forward. Keep the knee bent, roll open, wild thing or side plank. And then right foot comes around, half moon, lift up. Your version. And then reverse warrior. Release the hands down. Pause here, please. Put your left knee down. Straighten the right leg, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Dig the right heel down into the ground. Pull the heart forward. I am so much less concerned with you getting here than getting here. Like here with the spine. Does that make sense? So dig the heel in and gently draw back on the right hip. Good.
Oh, you have to find another kind of pure lover, won't you?
One more inhale.
Learn from it
Rebend the front
all.
leg. Take a pause. You're going to kick your left foot over to the left. Reach down and find your right big toe.
And if I fall into
Or maybe your heel.
another, I
So we've
hope
taken this shape, this
I
half happy baby
will
shape.
discover
Maybe take the leg up to straight.
the truth.
Beautiful.
From you.
One more inhale. Release through center, your pathway to down dog. Take a breath here. Settle. Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Keep the knee bent, roll open. Wild thing or Vashisthasana. And then left foot top of the mat. Ish. Half moon. Reverse warrior. Really nice. Bring the hands around. Come onto the back toes. Carefully right knee down. Half splits Ardha Hanumanasana. Dig this left heel down and into the ground, and then gently draw back on the left hip. So when you push your heel down, you're actually activating the hamstring a little bit, which is great because we're asking it to work in its lengthened position, which is a really good thing. It's a really good thing. It's telling it it's strong in the lengthened position and not weak. Training it to be strong in the lengthened position. Rebend the front leg. Right hand comes down, right foot kicks over to the right side. Big toe, maybe the heel. And then maybe you straighten up, but you might not. And it's totally fine not to. To just be here is fantastic. Last inhale. And then plank to down dog, however you want. And then again, pause and smooth out your breath. Pause and smooth out your breath. Little mister's on like the other side of the room, way over there. And every time I come down on the mat, I hear him go, and he starts to walk over. And then when I move to go into down dog, he runs back away. So I stayed for him for an extra breath or two. Poor kid. He just needs love. You just need love. You're so neglected. Not. All right, from down dog. Inhale, heels high. Knees bend, feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. Hold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Right knee lifts up. I'm going to mirror you. Beautiful. Reach down. Heel, big toe, knee. Good. Lift the heart up higher. Start to take the foot out to the side. Left arm can come out to the side for a little counterbalance. And then maybe extend that leg all the way out. Beautiful. Beautiful. So nice. On Saturday, I played soccer with my little 3-year-old Buster, who's obsessed with soccer right now, with Messi. And I played soccer all the way into college. And I think I can do what I did in college. And my left hamstring is really aggravated with me right now. So this feels so good. So good. We'll see what happens when we get to full Hanumanasana. But right now, this feels awesome. Good. Rebend the leg. Bring your foot in. You're going to try to bring your foot up as high as you can, and you can hold it here. This is another version of tree pose. Good. And if you want, so you're holding it with your left hand. If you want, your right arm can come behind your back, and you find your bicep with your hand. So this is going to probably push you into a back bend when you bring your arm behind your back. Breathe back into your arm. Front ribs pull back. Really nice. Really nice. Maybe consider forward folding here. You might be able to take your right hand to your right foot and then come down. And then with an inhale, rising up. Release your foot carefully. Come through center, full breath in, and full breath out. I have this habit of saying, take a breath. You don't need to take anything, it's yours. Have a breath, enjoy your breath. I'm gonna continue saying take because it's like ingrained in me as a habit. I'm gonna do my best to kind of break that habit, but taking sort of evokes like you're removing something from someone else's possession, right? This is your breath to take. It's your breath to have, to enjoy. You're not taking it from anyone else. Second side, left knee comes up. Start to open up, reach down, maybe find the foot. Good. The knee is great too. Anywhere on this scale of movement. And if bird of paradise is a challenge for you, but this is not, it starts to kind of tell you where the breakdown might be. So in bird of paradise, we're here, don't worry, we're not going to do it, which is there's a whole other layer because of the shoulder girdle and all that kind of throws off the balance as well. But this is a great sort of preview to bird of paradise. And if this is still hard, this might tell you that this is a piece of bird of paradise that's really challenging for you. Push your hand and your foot together or whatever you've got contact. Beautiful. So asking this hamstring to do a little work. Beautiful. Bring the foot across. Bring the foot as high up on the hip as you can. You can hold it with your right hand. Maybe bring this hand behind your back. Breathe into your forearm. Good. Maybe start to come forward. If you want, left hand comes to left foot. And then forward folding. Inhale, rising up.
This is your calling.
And then exhale, releasing the foot. Hands come into heart. Take a breath in. See? Enjoy a breath in.
Stand up in the light.
Enjoy the out breath.
Stand up for the right
Inhale, rise up.
and be righteous.
Exhale, bowing forward all the way.
And show the love to every single one of your
Halfway,
brothers and sisters
inhale.
out there.
Make your way back to downward facing dog. With an inhale, left leg stretches back. Come high into the right toes, bend the right knee, and then kick up to bring the right foot forward. Standing splits. Maybe right hand comes to right calf. Maybe both hands come to the calf. If you feel safer, more secure, and like you get more out of the pose with the hands down on the ground, or you've been walked out in front of you, go for it. Start to bend the right knee. Lift the heart, step the left foot back. And then left toes turned on an angle, so kind of toward the front left corner of your mat or something like that, depending on your ankle mobility. But get the back heel down if you can. So turn the heel in as much as you need to get that heel down. Don't worry as much about where the toes are pointing. I probably shouldn't even have said that. And then just melting over this front leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull the spine forward as much as you can. Let this be as easy as you need it to be. If your feet are tight roped, and I should have said this sooner, move your right foot a little to the right side. If your heels are completely lined up, take your right foot over to the right a little bit. It'll make it easier. Left hand on a block on the floor inside of the right foot or on the outside of the right foot, and then revolve triangle. Broaden across the chest. Use your shoulder blades into your heart to open more. Really beautiful. Nice. Last inhale. Bring your hands down, come up onto the back toes. Lift your right leg up behind. Come high into the left toes, bend the left knee, and then hop the left foot forward. Standing splits on the left leg. Explore this however you want. Maybe that means bending the top leg. Maybe that means bending the standing leg. You don't need my permission, but you have permission to play. Take ownership. Sometimes we lose the creativity of movement in our body. I want you to find it to whatever degree you feel comfortable. Start to soften the front knee. You can spot the right foot back. Right heel roots down. And then I'll do better on this side. If your heels are lined up, my suggestion is take your right foot to the right a little bit, or take your left foot to the left a little bit. Give yourself some space and then just melt your spine down. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Right hand block or floor inside of the left foot or outside on the pinky side of the left foot. Turn to the left. Push down into the right hand to send this left hand to the sky. For me, I've always thought about having a wall, like I do, next to me, and then crawling my left hand up the wall and trying to turn my heart to the wall. And then pressing the hand against imaginary wall to get more traction. Last breath in. Release the hands down. This time, plank inhale and chaturanga. Rise up. And downward facing dog. Really, really nice. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. And fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands draw into your heart. Exhale. Really good. Bend your right knee. Good. Reach back with your right hand. Pinky side or big toe side. I love big toe side of the foot with my hand because it gives me a little bit more shoulder opener. Push the foot into the hand. Take the left arm up. Engage the right hip. And start to open Natarajasana. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release. Breath in. And breath out. Left knee bends. Reach back, take the foot. And start to push the foot into the hand. Inhale, rise back up. And then exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your feet at least as wide as your hips, maybe a little wider. Breath up, inhale. Exhale, bow, first 2 fingers, thumbs, wrap the big toes. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, fold. Balance your weight in your feet. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Release your feet, exhale. Malasana, sink the hips down, lift the heart up. Really good. Stay and breathe. You're going to have a bunch of options. Malasana can be your home base. If you love it, you can stay here. You don't have to leave it. You can take some twists here. You can do whatever you feel good doing. I have an itchy hand. It's not supposed to mean I'm getting money. I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. Other options. Tadasana. Crow or shoulder squeezing pose. And I'll give you each one of those. You probably already know crow, but if you're not familiar with Tadasana or that's firefly or shoulder squeezing pose, I will show you very quickly. Crow, I'm going to skip over. I'm pretty sure you know it. Forward fold is also an option. So you can play within those things. So I will go from shoulder squeezing pose into Tadasana because they lead into each other. So first thing is just kind of drop the shoulders inside of your knees and start to squeeze your inner knees into your outer shoulders. Bring your hands to your heels and start to wriggle your shoulders under more. Bring your hands to your calves, bring your shoulders under even more. And then take your hands behind your heels on the ground. Create a shelf with your tricep with your elbow. Sit your hamstrings onto your triceps and then bring your feet around and hook your feet. So that's the first step. And then you squeeze in on the shoulders and maybe your heart starts to lift up and your booty drops a little bit. From there, it's the exact same thing for Tadasana. It's just that you extend the legs out straight and you squeeze in with straight legs. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you're comfortable in Tadasana, I didn't set myself up, but you're going to take it around. I'm going to hit the wall, maybe to crow, back to plank, and then into down dog. Take your time. Yeah? We'll meet in downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath.
I found you beautiful. I found you exploding.
Right leg back, inhale. Right knee to your right tricep, right foot outside of your right hand. Good. Turn the toes slightly open, knee slightly open, follows the line of the toe, and then lift the hips up.
I found you beautiful. I found you exploding. I found you.
We're going to deepen this. Rebend the front leg, back knee down. Straighten the right leg. So right leg is out on an angle. Good. Stay here or extend this right leg forward. On an angle. And for many people, this will give you better access. Engage the left hip. So in Hanumanasana, we focus so much on the hamstring for that front leg. 100%. 100%. There's a ton of hamstring that enables you to get in here. Push your heel down. But it's also this back leg. It's our openness in the front of the left hip and the front of the left quadricep that allows us to come down as well. Carefully draw the leg back. Rebend the front leg. Heel, big toe, knee. Vashisthasana. Maybe extending that leg up. So good. So good. And then back into downward facing dog. From dog, left leg back, inhale. Left knee outside the left shoulder. Place the foot outside of the hand. Toes, knee, foot on an angle. And then straighten up the legs as best you can. Breathe. Embrace sensation. Know when to go deeper, know when to move out of it. Soften the front knee, back knee down. Straighten the front leg, stay in the half version, or extend this left leg out and come into full Hanumanasana. Energetically drawing the legs toward each other. And I know I didn't say that on the first side, but I say it all the time. So unless it's your first class with me, that shouldn't be new news. That's old news. Carefully draw the leg back. And then bend the front knee. Come onto the pinky side of your right foot. Find the big toe, find the heel, find the knee. Otherwise, any version of Vashisthasana. And then Chaturanga. Last one if you want it, otherwise skip it. And right into downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose, you have time. Smooth out your breath. Heels up, knees bend, feet to your hands. Malasana. Good. Good. Gonna go second shot at an arm balance. Titabasana, crow pose, moving forward fold. Pick what suits you today. Just because you can doesn't mean you need to. So for Titabasana, or actually for any of these arm balances, you gotta send your butt up a little bit to get yourself in position. And I'm going to say all this again, but if you're going with me to Titabasana, you're working the shoulders inside. Now start to squeeze the inner knees, inner thighs into the torso. Sit down onto your hamstring. When your butt drops, your feet lift. And then squeeze in. Send your heart forward. From here, wherever you are, we're going to come into a controlled Baddha Konasana. Yes! I know that was stunning. I can just feel it. Take a breath in. Come forward any amount. Lift your heart, inhale. Knees together. And then onto your backs. Fantastic. Fantastic. Bridge pose, inhale. Press your feet down, draw your heels toward your shoulders gently. Whole foot pressing down. Adjust your feet so that you can feel the base of the big toe carrying equal weight as the pinky toe. Press the center of the heel down. One more inhale. Release with your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise back up to bridge. Right knee lifts up, right leg to the sky. Push down into that left foot. So believe it or not, this is the energy of a split because you're getting the hamstring and the front of the left hip. It's just a different shape, maybe not quite as intense. Take another inhale. Bring your foot down, stay up, switch legs. Use your big toe, use the base of the big toe. One more inhale, foot down and hips down. Inhale, stay and exhale. Deciding if you want to stick with bridge, tap out, or move into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Judging from how you feel, that's the choice, not because of a habit or because you think you have to do something. Set it up, inhale, rise up. Option again to come single leg. Push into the bottom foot. Switch sides. Release the foot and then out carefully. So nice. Pick up your legs. Turn your heels in toward each other. Reach down for your heels. Happy baby if it's good. Maybe extend the legs all the way out. Bring the legs back to center. If you'd like a plow pose, a shoulder stand, a headstand. I'm going to work handstand in a split today as my inversion, and I'll talk you into it or through it if you want to join me. Otherwise, any way to get your legs up is great. Legs up the wall, just here, block under the hips, all that good stuff. So if you're working on this split and handstand, Hanumanasana handstand, you can use the wall. I would recommend the wall. And you set it up by making sure that your foot will actually be at the wall. So here, because it's going to be a little leap of faith, which is what Hanumanasana is all about. It's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith. So leg out. Wherever your foot is, that's where your hands need to go. And then from there, kicking up, knowing that the wall is there. That was a little too close. And then you can use the wall to kind of get a little more traction. And if you don't need the wall, you can come off the wall. If you're using the wall, and even if you're not using the wall, try to do both legs. So don't just do the one side that makes you feel most comfortable. Do both sides. I'm way too close. Breathe. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So good. We've got about 30 more seconds or so here. And you might even find that your balance is better with that leg split, because it's kind of like having a tightrope pull. Kind of gives you some play. Really nice. And then start to come out. Really good. If you're in a shoulder stand, plow pose, twist or forward fold, headstand, child's pose. If you're in a handstand, you feel like you need a wrist stretch, you can take Padahastasana, or you can just bring your hands to your ribs. And then we're going to meet back on our backs. Come on down. Knees draw in. And then cross right ankle to left knee. Just 5 breaths here. Make them deep and long so that you feel satisfied. And then simply switch. Get settled, and then another 5 breaths on this side. And then release your feet down. Keep your left knee in, extend the right leg out. Take your left knee over to the right. Option to extend your left leg out straight. Option to pull your right foot toward your left hand. Release the twist carefully, and then over to the second side. Right knee over to the left. Option to extend the leg out straight. Option to bend left leg. Find it with your right hand. Come back to center, and then Shavasana. Release your legs. Turn your palms up. Allow your breath to get softer and easier. Allow your feet to fall open, your shoulders to fall open, your hands to be free. Eyes soft. You know the drill. And rather than trying to be in Shavasana, just surrender to the idea of stillness instead. Deepen your breath. Notice your fingers, notice your toes. Wiggle them just a bit. Reach your arms overhead. Extend through the spine, through the legs. Bend your knees and roll to your side. Take a breath in or enjoy your breath in. And a breath out. And press up to sitting. Sit comfortably. And then bring your hands together at your heart. If you've made it to this point of the practice with me, you deserve to give yourself a big congratulations. This is hard. It's hard to do in person, but at least there's like this accountability where like I'm going to see you come and go and leave the room. Just to show up is amazing, but to stay through and to be here and to make this choice to give yourself this time, it's a big deal. And positive thoughts spur more positive thoughts, and goodwill internally toward yourself spurs positive behavior. So it's important, and I know I say this like, congratulate yourself for just showing up, but more importantly, for staying and for being here. Acknowledge that not everyone does it, and you do. And I thank you for that. Take a breath together. And then bow your mind to your heart. Rise with your inhale. Thank you for sharing your practice. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday. If you need anything, if you have any questions, requests, let me know. This was by request, this splits practice, so that's why I repeated it after it got cut off. So if you ask, I will do for the most part. All right.